Welcome guys, so today's video is going to be all about sobriety. So I am sober, in case any of you didn't already know. Yeah, I don't drink, well, yeah, I mean I drink like very low alcohol beers, like 0.5 alcohol beers, so if you count them then I guess I do drink. I personally, that just does not get you drunk, no matter how many you drink, trust me. I've drank tons. So yeah, I kind of say I'm sober and I don't drink. I can drink a load of those kind of beers and still drive and stuff. So basically just going to go over kind of why I'm sober, how it happened, how I stuck to it, what I think of it, yeah, and all that kind of stuff. So welcome to the video. Welcome back. Okay guys, so yeah, I quit drinking in October of 2019 and well, I have had like 2 drinks since then, so I'll link a description below to a video about my kind of past history the last 2 years and why I started this channel, just to put everything into context. But yeah, lots happened to me in the last kind of 2 years, and one of those things was I was furloughed from work, and when they furloughed me they also talked about kind of redundancy, like redundancy was going to happen anyway. That's a long story, but yeah, so I was made redundant after being made furloughed. That hit me like a train, and I had there were 2 beers, 2 Brewdog Lost Lagers left in my fridge, and I smashed them. And then the week after, because I had them, I was kind of like, screw it, and I had a couple of kind of Carlsbergs when I was chilling out in my courtyard when I was sunbathing. Since then, when was that? May? Yeah, around about May time, beginning of May. So that is the only kind of hiccup I've had, taken into account Christmas parties, Christmas with my family and friends, New Year's Eve, like everything. Take my birthday, all those kind of nights out and occasions where normally I would get obliterated, and be hungover for like 3 days. I did not drink. So yeah, technically I've been sober since May. If you take that hiccup into account, October, but the story starts in October. So basically what happened was, so I didn't quit drinking because my drinking was so bad and out of control. If anything, I was kind of drinking less and less over time anyway. So I stopped drinking just because I liked it, basically, for lack of a more detailed reason. But how it specifically happened was I was sitting with a friend, having a beer in like a really nice local pub around here, and we said let's stop drinking, let's do it for a couple of weeks. And then so we did. We started to stop drinking, and then I also signed up for a half marathon. So I was training for a half marathon and not drinking. So didn't drink for a week, didn't drink for 2 weeks, and felt like amazing. Felt better than I even thought I was going to feel, because I had, I think, tried to quit drinking once before in my life, since when I started drinking when I was like 14, sneaking in the pub. So yeah, 2 weeks went by and I felt amazing, and the only other time I'd quit drinking, I'd lasted, I don't even think it was a week. Like, you probably couldn't even count it, because yeah, it was a week. So I'd never gone that long before, and it felt so good, especially as that was a stressful period. Felt great, and I was training a lot for the marathon because I wanted to do it comfortably, and so yeah, it just felt amazing. And so I carried on, and then that led up all the way to the marathon, which ended up being a month. So I hadn't drank for a month, and I've been doing loads of training for this half marathon, and I just felt incredible. I was thinking that at the end of that half marathon, I would, you know, celebrate with a drink. My dad came to meet me. I thought I'd have some beers with my dad, have some nice food, but I really didn't want to. I felt like I'd have achieved something, and that by having a drink, I would ruin that. And I also felt like I didn't need one. There was no like need for a drink. Something in me had changed. I couldn't really tell you what. It was just like a mind shift perspective. I was kind of more addicted to the feeling of feeling really great and healthy and clear-minded than I was to any kind of joy or, you know, relaxation, or the feeling I would get from having a beer after, you know, running 13 miles. So I didn't have a beer, or I had a low alcohol one. I didn't drink that day, didn't drink the next day, and then just carried on not drinking, like I said, until May. So where I had a little bit of a wobble, but then got firmly back on the wagon, and have not got off since. Haven't even come close to having a drink. Haven't really been tempted, and I certainly kind of then made a deal with myself about, you know, I was just kind of toying with the idea of, is this going to be like a permanent thing? Am I going to be someone who doesn't drink? But, you know, I wasn't 100% sure, and I said I wasn't 100% sure, and but I thought, I made a deal. So I thought, if I get through these big events in my life without drinking, and it's not a problem, and it's not like really hard, it's not like I have to, you know, use huge, incredible self-discipline, which wouldn't have been realistic. I would have just folded and drank at some point at all these events. Then, you know, I thought, I'm good, I can keep doing this, I've got no problem, keep doing it. And to this day, it's not a discipline. It's not, I don't have to wake up every day and be really disciplined to not drink or get through a week. You know, it's Friday night tonight, and with no desire to have an alcoholic drink, I'm totally fine. But if I ever fancy a drink, you know, I'm just gonna have one. Like, it's not that big a deal. It's not, you know, I haven't done it because I was an addict or anything like that, and then there'll be this huge downward spiral. I'll be fine. If I have a drink, I'll just go back to kind of not drinking again the day after. Where I've only got a bit of an issue is like stag do's and stuff. So stag do's coming up. Will I drink? Won't I drink? I'm a bit undecided about that. I think I'd rather not drink. But, you know, if you're away with a bunch of lads and they're drinking every day for a week, it's going to be tough to get through. But at the same time, I'd rather come back feeling fresh and be getting up and going for runs than I would feeling like crap for a week. So yeah, gonna have to think about that one. But anyway, carrying on with the story. So I decided to, you know, if I was going to get through these events, which was my work Christmas party, Xmas in general, Christmas in general, like if I got all the way through Christmas, drinking with my family, drinking with my mates, like parties and stuff, I thought, oh my God, surely then, you know, I'm not meant to be someone who drinks. And New Year's Eve, and then my birthday. My birthday is in February, so it's like quite a bit after New Year's, but I thought that would be the final thing, New Year's Eve. So got through all of them, not drinking, totally fine. What happens on nights out now is, yeah, I mean, I get if it's getting really leery and everyone is really off their face, like totally battered, you know, grabbing me, slurring in my ear, you know, that does get frustrating. But what I do is just, I'll get a taxi, or if I'm in London, I'll get a zip car, which, if you don't know what that is, if you're outside of the UK, it's just like a rental car service where there's roaming, like there's cars everywhere, and you open it through your phone and you can just jump in the car, cars in the glove, keys in the glove box, and you can drive it, and then you park it, lock it with your phone, and then they charge you. It's just a very, really cool rental service. So I can jump in a zip car, head home, and yeah, and then I'm home, and I wake up the next day and I feel great. So yeah, that's basically what I do on like nights out, even though that is is an issue like you do now, and I've got less and less of a tolerance for it. I kind of find that I leave nights out earlier and earlier, but I'm just not that bothered. One thing I would say is it does isolate you. Like, that is probably a major reason why a lot of people couldn't do it. I only have kind of 2 really close friends, and they're busy with like families and stuff, but I've been out with them a lot and not drank. And so, you know, they're busy with their families, so I do see them, but we don't do big nights out. You know, I don't really do big nights out, and I don't have a group of friends that I go and do like big nights out drinking with. Maybe I wouldn't be able to do this if my life was like that. So yeah, I think it would be a hell of a lot more difficult if my life was like that, and it used to be. So, you know, most of my 30s and certainly my 20s, there's no way I could have done it because I was just out drinking and yeah, just going crazy. But I really feel like, yeah, I've got a desire to do that now. So that's why being sober is, you know, is a lot easier and is preferable these days. So yeah, that is, but you know, basically I got through all those events, and then, you know, then I thought, yeah, I should definitely carry on doing this, and it's great, and it's changed my life, because like how you feel. So yeah, I don't know if I am over the social pressure thing because I'm older, like I'm 37 now, so now like someone pressuring me to drink just seems laughable. I mean, I do just like burst out laughing, and you know, if someone's like trying to pressure me to have a drink, it's hilarious. It's like I'm regressing back to my 20s, or they are trying to make me drink. So that is not an issue at all. And one of the main reasons was I got horrific hangovers. Oh my God, my hangovers were so bad. They would last at least a day. You know, it was in my 20s, you know, and early 30s. To an extent, it really started getting worse in my 30s, but like in my 20s, you know, you'd have a hangover for a day, and then you probably still did have a hangover in the second day, but you just didn't really feel it. And drinking was so like new and great and fun then, but now it's just like every time I drink, like even if I could probably just about get away with like 2 pints, even though I would feel that the next day. And then certainly if I had 3 pints, I would definitely feel that the next day, and then I still wouldn't feel great the day after. Now that sounds extreme, but all I mean by that is, it's like on the hangover scale, it's like a 1 out of 10. As in, you just don't have that much energy, and it would still like just prevent me. That last bit of energy I needed, that last bit of like willpower and energy I needed to get to the gym might not have been there. So I would go home and just chill out with Netflix. I'd feel fine, like, you know, totally like could function in my job, and wouldn't necessarily feel like I had a hangover. I just didn't have as much energy as I would have if I hadn't drank at all, or if I had 1 pint. You know, so I didn't have that drive and that energy to get to the gym. So I'd miss more gym days, and I'd miss more runs and all that kind of stuff, just from like, you know, having 3 pints. And certainly the next day after 3 pints, yeah, I wouldn't feel great. I'd definitely feel, you know, low energy and sluggish and all that stuff. So yeah, not having hangovers, and then it's just massive. Like, that's changed my life, and that's incredible, and that's something that really is in the back of my mind. You know, when it comes to ever thinking about having a drink, is like the idea of the hangover is just forget it. You know, that really stops me from wanting to do it. And then that's not even in a not having a hangover, it's being able to get up and, you know, when everyone here who is like falling over themselves and throwing up and can't speak and stuff, and I'm gonna get up and go for a run, that just like feels so good. And I don't know, I might, you know, I'm not working at the moment, I was made redundant, I might get like a really stressful job, and then, you know, meet a bunch of mates at my new job, and then be really tempted, and maybe I'll start drinking again. Who knows? I don't know. It's not something that I have to do, it's absolutely a choice. So I don't know what the future holds, but all I do know is I love it at the moment, and I strongly recommend it because you can train harder, your mind is like so clear, you've got such mental clarity, kind of mental tasks are much easier. You sleep better, which just helps everything, you know, recovery for the gym, again, mental tasks, all that stuff. It's just fantastic. What else? Mentally, I'm, you know, happier and healthier, and that's really helped because it's just been, you know, I'll link to the other video I mentioned. It's been like a mental time for me, like mental time for me mentally. I didn't mean to say that. That sounds ridiculous. It's been a mad, like, almost a couple of years with COVID and what happened to me last year. My dad had a heart attack and stuff. It's been, and then being made redundant, it's been mad. So quitting drinking has really helped with that, because drinking kind of made me like anxious, and obviously, I think everyone gets anxious on a hangover and stuff. So just not having that, just days and days and weeks of not having that and having to recover from that, I think it's just helped. Even though I've been really stressed out and really anxious, I can't even imagine how much worse it would have been if I'd have been drinking and had regular hangovers and boozing. I can't imagine it would have been bad. So that's really helped, and I strongly recommend it if you're going through a stressful time. Even though it's counterintuitive, it's like the opposite, right? Like, you want to drink, try to maybe take a break at least and tell everyone around you to try and help you, because it will massively help if you're going through quite a stressful, rough time. It's helped me lose weight. I've definitely lost around about a stone, probably a bit under, from not drinking, definitely, and it stayed off. And obviously you can train harder and more regularly, so not only has it stayed off, but then I've kind of lost more weight that you could kind of attribute to quitting drinking. Not just from, like, when I say the initial stone, that was just not consuming those calories, like a huge amount of calories you consume when you drink. Not just having considerably less calories, but also, being able to train more and train harder, I think has definitely helped me lose probably at least another half a stone. And I don't think I'd have ever maybe got, to the point where I'm at now, where I'm like 17% body fat, and I'm trying to get down to, like 12.5 stone, and I'm trying to get down to 12 stone and 12% body fat kind of stuff. I didn't even think that would be possible, and like having a visual six-pack and all that kind of stuff, I just thought, no way, with my lifestyle, having fun and drinking and partying and stuff, like, forget it. But a big thing was learning to, or realizing, having the confidence and relaxing to go to events like my work Christmas party, like New Year's Eve, and knowing that you can have fun, you can have an amazing time without drinking, just dancing and just having a laugh with your mates, and just like forget about the booze and just relax, realize you don't need the booze, and just have a laugh, have a laugh with your mates. And just imagine it this way: if alcohol was banned tomorrow, like banned, would you never have fun again? Now, I'm sure a lot of people watching this, like I would when I was drinking, would just go, yep, I would never, I won't. Booze is great, it's a social lubricant, all that stuff, and that is true. I think if everyone did what I did and didn't drink, and you put everyone in a room, even if you had the best DJ in the world and the best venue in the world, it would be pretty boring. People wouldn't have as much fun. Booze is a social lubricant, like, totally get that. But I found I got through all those events and had an amazing time and had tons of fun without needing to drink. And I think realizing that was just like really powerful, and that made me feel even more confident in myself as a person, and again made me value not drinking and being sober even more. So yeah, that's it, guys. I only wanted to make this video because I might mention it in like loads of subsequent videos. Like, if I'm doing it, I plan on doing a lot of full day of eating videos, so I might grab like a zero beer from the fridge, or if I do a little clip where I'm at the pub and I'm having zero beer and I say, I'm having zero beer, I'm sober, blah blah blah. I just wanted to, because it might seem quite random, so I thought I'd kind of tell the story behind it and just fully explain it, in case anyone has any questions. Or in general, like, one thing about this channel is I kind of want to make the sober thing a part of it, so I might do low alcohol, zero alcohol, beer and wine reviews, all that kind of stuff. If that's something you're interested in, put it in the comments below. If you've got any questions about sobriety, staying sober, how to stay sober, you know, more about the benefits or whatever, how to start, drop questions in the comment section, and if there's a lot, I will make another video on it. And yeah, that'd be cool, no problem. Happy to talk about it. And yeah, so it's a great thing in my life at the moment that I'm really pleased about. So yeah, glad I could share that. I hope you liked it. I hope that was informative. Hope that was useful. Please like and subscribe and all that stuff. And yeah, drop comments and have a great day. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye.